If I were to lose all my 12 years of progress today and start again, this is how I would do it. The very first step is dialing in my calories. A healthy track nutrition is going to give you the fastest natural shortcut to achieve your goals. Is it annoying to track? Yes, but that's the point. Nothing good comes easy. By the way, if you're looking for daily bite-sized tips on nutrition, training, supplements, or anything really fitness related, make sure to check the first link in the description. When I started, I was a skinny 14-year-old at 49 kilograms and roughly 170 centimeters in height. It was just before my puberty hit properly. My strategy would immediately be a 10% surplus lean bulk, around 2,300 calories, 110 grams of protein, 80 grams of fat and 285 grams of carbs. From here, I would rework my numbers every 5 kilograms gained and keeping myself in a 10% surplus, 2.2 grams of protein per kilogram and at least 30% of my total calories in fats. In case you want to work out your numbers too, both protein and carbs have 4 calories per gram, while 1 gram of fat has 9 calories. My basic nutrition advice would be eat meat, eggs, salmon 3 times per week at least, avocado, asparagus, any veg really, fruits like bananas, blueberries, kiwis and pineapple, but sky is the limit. For carbs, stick to sweet potato, oats and brown rice. If you really want pasta, go whole grain. Remove or limit as much as possible bread, and remove or limit as much as possible processed stuff like junk food and snacks. Understand that keeping your insulin sensitivity high is key in assimilating your carb intake with max efficiency. Also, inflammation caused by these types of foods can really impair your recovery and disrupt your sleep altogether. If there is one thing I understood better with time, is that the trade-off for a cheat meal is so notoriously bad, the food is never really that tasty to be worth it. How many times did you even order a takeaway and felt disappointed by it? Sometimes you genuinely will get just the bad end of the stick. Now, as per the workout plan strategy, I remember being so weak when I started I couldn't even bench the bar. So before even joining the gym, I would have a 2-week prep. First week, 3 bodyweight workouts at home, 100 push-ups, 100 squats and 200 sit-ups. Second week, same thing, but increase it to 5 workouts instead. This should prep me enough to not be completely useless in the gym. Then for my first 2 weeks in the gym, I would have 3 full body workouts plus 300 sit-ups on all my resting days at home. Considering I would be so fragile and quick responding at that age and weight, I don't need a lot of volume to jumpstart the growth. A full body would prep me further for a more complex split. The workout formula would be 3 compound lifts, 3 accessory lifts for 3 working sets all, not including the warm-ups. I would avoid any complex movements that would put too much pressure on my back, too fragile right now to risk an injury, so no squats or bent over rows, that kind of stuff. I would pick machines where possible for now, but let's say I only have the basics, in which case my workouts would look like this. Workout A, incline on Smith machine, lat pull down, chest supported row, leg extensions, side raises and tricep push downs. Workout B would be seated military press on Smith machine, flat press on Smith machine, leg press, hyperextensions, dumbbell curls and rope face pulls. And workout C would be lat pull down, chest supported row, chest fly superset with push-ups, lying leg curls, calf raises, and you got the triceps push-downs as well. After 2 weeks of prep at home and 2 weeks in the gym, I would consider myself ready to move into the next phase. I would increase my workouts to 4 times per week while still doing 300 sit-ups at home on my rest days. My split would move to a push-pull legs upper body, alternating the rest days based on life schedule and school mainly, and my program would look something like this. This would be my routine for the next 5 months, in which I'll be applying progressive overload to each and everything. My rules are correct technique, full range of motion, maximizing the time under tension and tracking the resting periods to the dot are a must. By the way, where you see 5, 1, 2, 1, that's the time under tension required per rep. Here we always start with a negative. So for example, we got 5 seconds on a negative, 1 second on the stretch, 2 seconds on concentric, 1 second on contraction. From here, if all reps were completed, next week I'd increase the weight ever so slightly. If next week I complete only 8, 7, 6 and 5 reps, then the following week I stay on the same weight until I complete all the reps. And if I complete all the reps, but it was a huge struggle, an RP 9 out of 10, then I would consider doing a consolidation session just to make sure I don't rush into putting more weight for no reason. This mindset will never allow you to go backwards if you stick to it, and it will be forever applied to my training. Once I reach month 6 of consistency, I would increase my split to 5 times per week, splitting my current leg day in 2, so I can have 1 day for quads and 1 day for hamstrings. In terms of the rest of the workout, the structure would stay pretty similar. I would change just the tools to complete the movements, introducing more dumbbell work and some more complex exercises. On my 1 year mark, I would expect an easy 12 to 17 kilograms gained with a solid foundation. At this point, I would increase my split to 6 times per week and keep it. Format could still be push-pull legs, rest, or something similar with what I'm running currently. Push-pull quads, push-pull in which I also train hamstrings, arms, and then rest. Or it would be something completely new based on how I responded to my first year. Building a program in line with your genetic strengths and weaknesses is key in progressing efficiently and proportionally. The more advanced you get, the more unique your split becomes too. And I am 100% certain my body would develop so differently compared to the first time I started with zero knowledge or planning. I would still expect the same muscle imbalances, but the rate of which they would have been created would be totally different. And that alone would require its own specific workout split. If you'd like me to build you a fully personalized plan that matches your genetics, my coaching program is linked in the description, but let's not get sidetracked. From the start of my second year, I would be more comfortable introducing complex movements as well, such as squats, bent over rows, cable presses, pull-ups, and so on. By the end of it, I would expect another 8 to 10 kilograms gained easily. From the third year onwards, things will naturally slow down as I approach the 80 kilogram mark, and I would estimate the need of another 5 to 6 years to get to the same level that I am at today. But in a nutshell, this is how I would structure my workouts, and if I'm right, this would fast track my progress by at least 4 years. I swap my routine very rarely. I adjust little by little usually, and my main concern is just progressing in numbers. If the program still excites me and I respond well to it, I'm not changing it despite the time frame I've been running it. I'm always keeping recovery in mind, taking extra rest days when my body tells me to, and plan deload weeks every 3 to 4 months. On a deload week, you basically do half of the volume of the same program at 60% of intensity. And on holidays, I never train. This is my one rule for fully enjoying and relaxing while away. In terms of supplements, I would only buy protein powder, creatine, and a multivitamin. At that age, I wouldn't justify anything else, especially pre-workout. Learn from my mistakes, stay resilient, stay natty, and one day promise me to teach someone else. Daily emails and coaching links are in the description. Take care, and I'll catch you on the next one.